Today I want to talk a bit about an overlooked health complaint. High heels. You might look great wearing them, but realistically they're not the most comfortable shoes around, and believe it or not, there are patients who complain of foot problems just from wearing them. That's right, shoe-caused foot trauma. A lot of people simply don't realise their shoe choice can have a genuine effect that goes beyond the temporary pain that comes with squeezing their feet into the shoes. Additionally, if you sometimes need to or want to wear them repeatedly, they can lead to all kinds of problems. Blisters, for instance, are a common result of wearing heels, and those are fairly easily treated and prevented. But let's take a look at the other problems that can come about. Incredibly, ankle injury and breast fractures are really common, with strained or torn ligament structures around the lateral side of the ankle, and that's the outer part of the ankle, usually happening from walking on an uneven surface and your foot turning inwards. Though this kind of injury isn't the end of the world, it's painful and proper healing can take a lot of time and effort. An injury like this is more common for anyone who wears high heels for even a minute or two, but can be especially risky for people who wear heels only rarely, because the muscles that stabilize the feet, ankles and lower legs aren't strong enough to hold our body in a different gait. So, if you're not used to them, you should maybe tentatively start practicing walking in your high heels and learning how to do it, which could help to avoid any of the aforementioned unpleasantness. Arthritis is something you can develop if you wear heels too often. What happens is the joints in your knees and lower get affected because of the way you're compensating while walking or standing in heels, and can often cause the cartilage in the joints to actually wear down. Something to keep in mind, if you have healthy feet, great, but if you have, for instance, corns or bunions or even an ingrown toenail, wearing high heels is often going to make these problems worse. Bumps, you may have one that's formed right about here. That's probably happened because the shoe has been rubbing on the back of the heel, and what's happening is you're shortening the Achilles tendon while you're wearing them. You'd think wearing high heels would just affect your feet, but it can make things uncomfortable elsewhere in your body as well. Think about it. When you carry yourself when you wear high heels, it's quite different and possibly less natural than the way you would do so when you're wearing more comfortable shoes. Your body adapts to you moving and standing differently. The muscles, tendons, pelvis, and the curve of the lower back all adapt to you walking in high heels, and with repeated wearing can lead to back pain, neck pain, headaches, inflammation of the leg tendons and buttocks. There are a few studies that suggest that heels have been linked to significant problems such as plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendinopathies, calf issues, chronic knee pain, hamstring issues, hip problems and back pain. You'll find a link to the video in which I cover plantar fasciitis in the description below. There's been patients who think they have a nail infection because the nail looks bizarre. Never underestimate the trauma your toenails can experience from wearing high heels. Beyond altering the way your nails look, they can actually also affect the way that they grow. Ingrown toenails are yet another potential hazard. As we near the end of our journey through all the things that high heels can do to your body, let's not forget that wearing them and having what we call hammer toes can increase your chances of developing corns on top of them because the joint is bending and rubbing against the shoe and the skin wants to protect itself. So it'll either form a callus or it'll break down and ulcerate, which can generally be problematic. Now, none of this means you can't rock your high heels without these problems. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist if you think your heels have given you any of the above. But for the most part, you can always try removing your heels and stretching your ankles and feet a few times a day, or if you wear them regularly, try different heel heights and treat yourself to a foot soak when you finally remove them. When it comes to making sure your shoes don't do you harm, it's a case of head over heels. Moderation is your friend. Try not to wear them for too long periods of time and throw on a pair of flat shoes when you can, especially if you're on the move. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your comments on what tips that you may have. See you soon.